is wrong with me?
So I never really officially announced it, but you probably noticed that I discontinued the Feels Friday series. It just kind of seemed to have run its course. Just there wasn't a lot of interest in it anymore, and you know, I only had so many feels too, but that doesn't mean that I won't ever have videos like those videos talking about my feelings and how things are going. And today's definitely going to be one of those days where I'm going to talk about some feels, and it just so happens that it is a Friday, but I really struggled this week. What you saw in that intro was just kind of a boiled over just complete frustration with how difficult things have been with my squat, and it's kind of ridiculous because squat's always been my best lift, and I think that's part of why I was so frustrated, just because, you know, it's always been my lift. That's been the lift that I can always do no matter what I feel like, no matter how tough things are. I can always do what's on my schedule for squats. It's never an issue. It might be very difficult, but I can always do it. For whatever reason, I seem to be coming up short on my depth again. I don't understand what's happening. I thought I had it figured out. I do have a bit of a hip issue. My right hip has really been hurting me a lot, and I think that has part to do with it. And we even did some testing, recording from the right side and the left side. And it is true that I seem to be higher on the right side than I am on the left side. And I kind of noticed that whenever I was videotaping, if I was on one side or the other, it always seemed to be low. It seemed to look good on one side, but not on the other side. So we did a little simultaneous recording, and it does appear to be true. Now, whether I'm short on that side because my hip is hurting, or my hip is hurting because I'm coming up short on that side, I'm not really sure, and I've got to try to get that figured out. But right now I'm doing a lot of rolling, a lot of stretching, icing, trying to get that inflammation down, and just trying to get through this. I'm not sure if I'm going to take today off or not. We'll see. I'm going to get it warmed up and see how it feels, but I just want to make sure I don't make it much worse, because obviously if I do, that would be an issue. So anyway, yeah, I got pretty pissed off. It was a little embarrassing. Thankfully, I have good friends that are there for me and try to pick me up. Don't really judge me, or if they do, they at least keep it to themselves. But you know, I've talked about it a million times, but the people at Powerhouse are just amazing, and I don't know if I could do this stuff without them. So thank you guys, as always, if you're watching this. But anyway, this is the last week of this block, and then I'll be going to do a bit of a transition period into the intensity block here. So there will be 1 week of slightly reduced volume. It's still going to be really heavy, but it's at least going to be a little bit less volume, so hopefully that'll help me recover a little bit. I'm deep into this cut now, and I'm lower macros than I've ever been in my entire life. I'm slightly under 2,000 calories a day right now, and it's just brutal, so that obviously isn't helping. So I just got a little bit down. I bounced back. I emailed my coach, and he knows how to handle me. It's amazing how well he knows how to handle me, actually. And yeah, we'll just keep grinding, keep doing what we can, and hopefully I'll bounce back strong. Hopefully one bad session will mean a good session coming. I've improved significantly. I've talked about this before, about not getting too wrapped up in one bad session, and then I've been really good with it, but these squats really got to me. Thankfully I bounced back strong for both bench and deadlift. Bench went decent, I got everything in. Deadlifts went fine, although it was pretty light triples, so there was really no concern about that anyway, but it didn't feel as bad as I thought it would. So the only thing I didn't get in was my squats. So actually, I got all my volume, and I just had to take my last set of the 4x4 and turn it into 2 doubles just to make sure I got my volume. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about, so just want to let you guys know you're not alone if you're struggling. It is a bit of a struggle right now. I'm sure I'll bounce back, but this is kind of where I'm at, and then I am about 5 weeks out from my meet, so we'll transition over to intensity block, run about 3 or 4 weeks of that taper, and then it'll be meet time. So just got a few pounds to lose here, and I should be good, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next video.